Hey, yo, what do you say? What do you know? It's your guy, Blue Eyes. Welcome back to the show. Let's go. So I'm gonna pull out my other phone real quick so I can say what's up to the chat. Give me a minute. We'll let a few people get in here, and then we'll get on with the story. You know what I mean? It's been a while since I went live. I went live the other day talking about the movie, stuff like that. But today, I got a very special story for you that happened last night, and I want to share with you. So, all right, I got the chat right here. I'll be able to shout you out. So, last night, crazy. So, I was gonna bring my dog out here in the back so he could be a part of this video because he is the star of this video and he is the main topic of what we're gonna be discussing and talking about today. But it's wicked hard out here. So I waited for it to get a little to cool down a little bit, get a little bit of a breeze, and I came out here by myself because it's a little too hot for me to leave him in the back of the whip. I wouldn't do that to him. So it's just me. But for those that know. If you know, you know, you know. Shout out to my bro Benny Franks. But yeah, it's your guy Blue Eyes. We here. Shout out to the whole Scandalous Squad, aka Stick Up Squad, Straight Soldiers, Soul Survivors, aka the Shamrock Squad, Scandalous Squadron, Scandal Squad. We here. Yeah. Salute. Thank you for tapping in. So, last night, Coco, Diane, salute. Shout out to the whole chat. Appreciate you. Um, so last night was crazy, right? Excuse me. So last night, I'm doing a pre-record video with the YouTube Streets podcast. Shout out to New Age Plug. Shout out to DVS Stuck in the System. Now, it was a beautiful night, right? It cooled down. There was a nice breeze. So I said, you know what? Instead of, being cooped up in the crib, let me go outside. Let me go out to the car. You know what I'm saying? So I come out to the car and everyone go check out that episode we just did with on the YouTube streets with Mackenzie Sharilla. We're reacting to Christine Russo. Shout out to Big Sister Unhinged. Check out the YouTube Streets podcast for everything Mackenzie Sharilla related and true crime related. True crime with the twist. YouTube Streets, we in the mix. So, if you know, you know, you know? So, last night, I'm sitting here in the whip. I'm doing the YouTube Streets podcast pre-recorded. Dropped today. Make sure you go check that episode out. And I'm sitting here, I'm chilling, I'm doing the podcast. I'm in the projects, right? I got my camera turned to the other side so you can kind of see a better background and it's not just bricks and projects. But so yeah, anyways, shout out to everyone in the chat. You know where it's at. So yeah, all right, let's get into it, right? So last night I'm doing a pre-record podcast for the YouTube streets. I'm in the whip, I'm chilling, right? Now I would have pulled out my phone and recorded this, but I was preoccupied doing the episode trying to give all my attention to the podcast. So with that being said, I'm in here doing my thing, right? I'm doing a podcast, all that good stuff, right? I'm talking, blah blah blah. We're chopping it up, breaking it down, reacting to the interview, and I see a coyote run by. I'm like, oh shit, right? Then I see it run by again. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Coyotes are really out here. They come over from the tracks or what the rat trails where we ride the dirt bikes at, right? They come over here fucking with like rabbits and cats and shit like that. And for those that know. For those that don't know, I have four pit bulls. Buster, Veda, Cash, and Mick. Three males and a female, right? Four. I got four pit bulls. Great dogs. very well behaved, very well trained, best dogs in the world. My best friends. I like dogs better than I like people, right? So, and one of my dogs, my top dog, my main man, my right hand man, Cashmere, aka Cash is King, Johnny Cash, Cash is Clay, Cashmere, I call him Cash for short. Let me shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, for real. They're deep out here. So let me give you a little bit of a backstory on Cash. Cash is on go mode. He's a friendly dog, but he listens to what I say when I say it. You know what I'm saying? He could be running around a million miles away. I ski you or I whistle, he comes running. You know what I'm saying? Great dog. Very well behaved, very well trained. Trained to go though. You know what I'm saying? So one day, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a backstory and then I'm gonna get into what had transpired last night. So one day, I'm driving down the street. I got Cash in the whip with me, right? And I'm taking a back street through the projects, cutting through Broadway to go into another projects, right, where my cousins live. So, excuse me. So I'm cutting through, right? And you know, dogs feel energy. They feel energy, right? And I don't get scared easy, right? And coyotes, they're usually a little skittish of humans, right? They're scared of mankind. Blue eyes in the building. Flew to the chat. This shit got blue eyes. Call me blue. So yeah, um, coyotes are usually skittish of humans. They're real scared of mankind. If not, you gotta have your guard up and think it could have rabies. You never know what's going on. So if they're not scared, that's a red flag, right? So I'm driving down the street one day and I come across a coyote, right? The thing's right in my sight, like right to the left of me. I'm driving in the whip, see the coyote. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And the thing don't budge. Usually they run scared, they're skittish, they take off, right? So when I first seen the coyote, it kind of caught me by surprise, right? So I'm like, oh shit. And the thing didn't take off. It just like looked at me. So I'm like, oh shit. So as soon as I was like, oh shit, my dog was in my back seat. It's a beautiful summer day. I'm riding around with the windows down. I come to a stop, right? I'm on a side street in the cut over by the projects. There's nobody around, not a soul in sight, right? Not a soul in sight. Nobody. It's just me and my dog and this coyote, right? So I come to a rolling stop and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, right? And the coyote don't budge. It don't budge for a minute. It don't go nowhere. Nowhere. It just stares at me. I'm like, what the fuck? As soon as I was like, what the fuck? My dog felt my energy, right? And he literally jumped out the window. My dog's a beast. My dog weighs more than me. He's bigger than me. He got a head like a bear. I'm trying to tell you, it's severe, real severe. My dog got a head like a bear. He's a beast, right? Out of all four pit bulls, he's by far the biggest, by far the strongest, by far, right? So I'm driving down the street. I come to a stop. I see the coyote on a lawn, right? So I'm like, oh shit, this shit ain't scared of me, right? So I slow down. I come to a stop. As soon as I'm like, oh shit, my dog felt my energy, like, maybe he thought I was nervous or scared. I was really just taken by surprise. I was caught off guard. I was shocked. One, I'm in Boston. I'm in the city. You don't really see coyotes like that. You're starting to see them more and more because they're tearing all these back roads down and they're developing all these complexes and brand new condos because of the casino over in Everett. And I'm right over on the Charlestown Everett line at the time, right? So I pull up. I'm like, oh shit. The coyote don't go nowhere. He's just staring at me, right? Salute. Shout out to Pebbles. Shout out to Diane, Coco, Mary, and Pebbles. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button if you like something. I do this for free. I will put my Cash App in the chat. If you want to donate, do so through that $ Blue Eyes Ronnie. I don't get no super chats, no donations. I'm not monetized. I just do this because I like to do this. So if you would like to contribute to the page or the channel, my Cash App is right there in the chat. Thank you, Pebbles. Drop the Cash App. So yeah, let's get to it, right? I'm riding down the street. I see the coyote, catches me off guard. I'm like, oh shit, this coyote's on some different type of timing. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't running. He ain't scared. That's a red flag. So I stop. I'm like, oh shit. As soon as I'm like, oh shit, right? My dog must feel my energy. 100%. I know for a fact. My dog felt my energy. I was shocked. I was surprised. I was caught off guard. So I'm at a stop, right? I'm rolling. I stop. As soon as I'm like, oh shit, my dog jumps out the back window, starts chasing the coyote, and the coyote takes off. So I whistle, Cash, skew, and he runs right back, jumps right back in the window, and he's sitting behind me. Because, first of all, I'm not going to encourage that behavior. You know, I train my dogs really well, but he thought I was in danger. He must have smelled some kind of fear because of my surprise or my shock. He thought it was on go. It was go time, right? And he was still kind of a pup at the time. Like he was his balls just dropped. He just started to become an alpha dog. You know what I'm saying? I had a bunch of other dogs around. He went from being the smallest pup in the house to the biggest one like overnight. So it was on sight. As soon as I was like, "Oh shit," my dog jumped out the window and chased the coyote. So he got a history with coyotes, right? He chased them out back a few times, but I never let him get too close. Never. Never let him get too close. Once he gets close enough to catch him, I always whistle so he comes back just in case they got rabies or something like that. I don't want my dog to get sick or hurt or anything. I know for a fact my dog will tear a coyote apart. No doubt in my mind. He'll take on two, three of them. No problem. No problem. But I don't encourage that behavior because if he sees a husky or a German Shepherd, he might get confused, and I don't want him to be aggressive towards other dogs. You know what I'm saying? He's great with people, but he is an alpha male. So when he sees other dogs, his chest is up. You know what I'm saying? He's on that type of timing, but he's cool. He's cool unless I tell him not to be, right? But he's very protective of me. He's always by my side and he's always on go. So the fact that that one time I got caught off guard and I was a little shocked and surprised by the presence of the coyote, he jumped out the window and chased the coyote. And right when he was about to catch him, he was literally nipping at the tail of the coyote on his ass, bro. I whistled and he came right back, jumped right back in the window. I told him lay down, he laid down. So he got a history with coyotes. He knows what type of time it is, and for some reason he feels like I don't like them because of that one time I was caught off guard. Right? Stay with me. Shout out to the whole chat. You know that. Hold that. Shamrocks and Clovers, $ for my soldiers. You know this. Shamrock squad in the building. Yeah, all the time. Shamrocks and $. But yeah, so he thinks like when he sees a coyote, it's time to go. So this brings us to last night, right? Fast forward. This was like a few years ago, right? When he jumped out the window and chased the coyote, he was still in training. He was still kind of a pup, but he just started getting big. He just started getting real brawlic and broody, and you know what I'm saying? Like stalky. He just started really getting stalky. His ball just struck and he was on go. You know what I'm saying? So he's a beast. He's a beauty, but he's a beast at the same time, right? So last night, I'm in the whip, chilling. I'm doing the YouTube Streets podcast. I see a coyote run by me. I'm like, oh shit. I would have got it on camera, but I was doing the podcast on my phone, and this other phone this is just like a work phone or whatever. It's not as good camera quality as this one that I'm on right here, right now, right? So I'm like, whatever. I ain't worried about it. So then I'm like, whatever, it's just a coyote being a coyote. He's running around out back. Then I continue to do the podcast, right? The coyote runs right by my door, right down the middle of the street. That's when I'm thinking red flag. This coyote might have rabies or something like that because he doesn't seem scared. And usually they're real skittish around traffic and cars and people, right? So I'm thinking, how you doing? So I'm thinking this coyote might be off his rocker kid, right? He might have rabies or something. So I'm like, damn, this motherfucker crazy. He don't seem scared. You know what I mean? So I let it go. I keep doing the podcast, my full attention to the podcast. I'm on my business, right? So I continue to do the podcast, right? I'm doing my episode. I'm playing my part. I'm speaking when need be, when necessary, saying my two piece, right? And the coyote runs right by my car, runs down the street. That's crazy. So now I'm starting thinking this coyote, he might be off his rocker, right? He might be touched, kid. He might be fucking crazy, my guy. He might be touched, kid. Dude might be not all there. Or he might have rabies or something, right? So whatever, I continue to do the podcast, and then all of a sudden, this little orange cat, right? Real beautiful cat, not a kitten, not full grown, like in the middle, right? Like a juvenile, right? Like small orange cat with a white chest walks by me. I'm like, oh shit, excuse me. The coyote's already out here chasing rabbits and shit. So the bikes is out. Shout out to all my scandalous riders. Salute. So I see this orange cat and I'm like, damn, I hope the coyote don't get the cat because that'll be some shit, right? So now I'm worried, right? It ain't my cat. I don't know whose cat it is, but I don't want to see the coyote kill the cat, right? That would be all bad. So now my guard's up as I'm doing the podcast. I'm kind of watching out. I'm always hyper observant. I'm very aware of my surroundings because of my conditions, the way I was brought up, where I was brought up, growing up in the projects and the struggle. My father was in prison my whole life. I grew up real rough, 9 siblings, 4 brothers, 5 sisters. I grew up in a real tough environment. So I'm always hyper observant, hyper vigilant, and really aware of my surroundings, right? It just comes with the territory. So with that being said, I'm keeping my eyes out while I'm doing the podcast. So now this orange cat walks by, kind of peeping game. I'm watching it and shit like that, keeping my eyes out. Then the orange cat walks right by the whip, walks right by the caddy. I'm in the caddy last night, right? All black caddy, leaned back, seat back, just chilling, right? So now I'm like, oh shit, I hope this coyote don't get that cat. Some times go by, a little bit of time goes by, no big deal. I don't see the coyote again, right? Now I'm wrapping up the YouTube Streets podcast. We just about to finish the podcast. I'm getting ready to wrap up, right? Excuse me. And I see the coyote run by again. I'm like, damn, I hope that coyote don't get that cat, because that shit'll be all bad. Sure enough, right? keeping my eyes out, keeping my eyes out. All is good, right? Nothing going on. It's whatever. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm chilling, doing the podcast, finishing up. So I go in the crib, finish the podcast. I shut off the caddy. I go in the crib. As soon as I go in the house, I take my dog out back, let him run around, do his business, right? Do his business real quick, come in the house. Bada bing, bada boom, done. In and out, right? I walk two of my dogs, and then I walk the other two. But then I let my big dog, my main dog, Cash, I let him run around out back. Let him tire himself out before bed, right? And I want him to kind of scare off the coyotes if they're still around, hoping that they don't come back around trying to kill the cat. So I open the door, my dog goes out, he does his business, he comes right back in. Now, usually my dog goes out, he does his business, he comes right back in, right? If I let him run around and play for a while, as soon as I whistle, I do a little ski-oo, he runs right back in the door. No problem. No problem. So, thank you. I appreciate that. Movie coming real soon. Stay tuned. Blue Eyes, the movie. Yeah. It's gonna be real savage, real scandalous shit. So, anyways, I wrap up the podcast. I go in the house, I take my dog out, I go in the crib, I go to bed. Like 20 minutes go by. I'm laying there watching a movie. I got my TV, I got my air conditioner on, right? So I got my TV on full blast. You know, that air conditioner is loud as fuck. So I got, thank you, I appreciate that. So I got my air conditioner on, I got my TV up full blast, right? I got the clicker in my hand, turning up the volume. It's on go, right? It's loud. So I'm doing the podcast. I'm watching the movie, excuse me. Sitting there chilling, you know what I'm saying? Chilling like a villain on penicillin and illin. Just watching the movie, really cool and no fooling repping, right? Always. So I watched the movie. I'm watching the movie. It's a movie with Jennifer Lopez. You know that. Shout out to J Lo. You know she's with my guy Ben Affleck for a while. Boston. Yeah, we in a building. So, anyways, I'm watching the movie. I'm chilling, right? And again, keep in mind, I got the air conditioner on and I got the TV up so I could hear the movie over the air conditioner, right? So I'm laying there watching the movie. I hear some of the craziest screams I've ever heard in my life. Sound like a cat getting murdered, right? Getting straight killed. Just crying, screaming, whining for his life. And I'm like, yo, that coyote probably got that cat, right? So I jump up. I'm like, Cash. Boom, I pop open the back door. Boom, my dog like a bolt of lightning. This shit was like like a half a football field for me, right? My dog hit that shit in two strides, jumped off the porch, boom, boom, in two strides, made it right to the coyote, right? Right to the cat. Now, as soon as I opened my door, it took Cash like a half a second to get to that coyote. So I go out there, I look, I peep game right quick, right? The coyote got the cat on the ground, holding it down with his fangs, about to bite on the cat's neck, about to straight kill the cat, eat it right there in the back of the projects, right? So I'm like, Cash, go. I say the command, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's between me and him. And again, for the record, I'm not looking for my dog to hurt this coyote or kill this coyote or fight this coyote. I simply want him to chase him off and then I'll call him back. And that's exactly what happened. But it almost killed the cat. If I was 1 second later, if I was a half a second late, this cat would have been dead, right? So I pop open my door, right? What up? I pop open my door. Boom, my dog takes off, going like fucking 50 miles an hour. Boom. Shoot straight to the coyote and the cat. My dog starts barking. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Beast mode, right? My dog's a beast. Big ass pit bull. Gorgeous dog. Beauty, but a beast at the same time, right? So my dog bolts out the door, starts barking, running fast as hell to the coyote. The coyote looks over, sees my dog, and takes off. My dog keeps chasing the coyote, cashes on that coyote's ass. I mean, like an inch away from his tail. The coyote's running for his life. Cash is right on his. So as soon as my dog chased the coyote far enough away where the cat was safe, I walked over to the cat and the cat was fine. It was alive, but it was shaking. It was scared to death, right? Had the STD, kid. Scared to death, kid. Scared to death. This cat was shaking, right? So I whistle. My dog comes running back, circles me and the cat. I'm like, good boy, good job, right? I'm patting him. He's wagging his tail. He's all happy. He did his job. He's happy. I'm congratulating him. You know what I'm saying? Rewarding good behavior. You know what I'm saying? Um, Positive reinforcement. I'm like, good job, good boy, right? He's doing his thing. He's walking around circles, protecting me and the cat, wagging his tail, looking up at me like, what's next? What you want me to do next? I'm like, you're good. The cat's sitting there shaking, scared to death, clawing at my dog. My dog's just standing there looking at me. I'm like, good boy, you're good. My guys are out today. So I'm like, yo, you're good. Good job, good boy. So my dog will not leave my side. He's walking around in circles, walking around me and the cat. I check on the cat. I look around, see if there's anybody in sight. The owner, this is late. This is like 2, 3 in the morning. Late, right? So nobody's around. It's just me, Cash, the cat, and the coyote. Just me, my dog, the coyote, and the cat. So let me check out the chat right quick. I don't want to ignore anybody. Jake to the LO. Hello. Hey, hit the like button if you like something. Make sure you hit the like. Hit the like. It's free. So yeah, my dog saved the cat's life last night. That's crazy. This coyote was about to rip this cat to shreds. Definitely was gonna kill it. Definitely was gonna eat it. That's what they do. That's what they do all the time. No doubt about it, right? So my dog, he's all proud because I keep saying, good job, good boy, good boy, good boy. And he's all happy. He's wagging his tail. He's walking in circles around me and the cat. I check on the cat. I make sure the cat's all right. Once I see that the cat's okay, I kind of like send it on its way. I'm like, get out of here, like hoping it goes home, right? But I stay on the porch and let my dog roam around for a little while, and he scares off the coyote. The coyote's long gone. This shit took off. This shit was so scared. As soon as it broke out back at the projects out back, it started running down the middle of the street. That's why I was thinking like this motherfucker might have rabies or something. And that's another reason why I didn't let Cash catch the coyote, because Cash was on his ass. He was about to catch him. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want nothing to happen to that cat. So I let Cash chase the coyote, but I did not let him catch him. As soon as he got close enough to catch him, I whistled, I gave the signal, and he flew right back to me, started circling me and the cat. Made sure the cat was all right, made sure I was okay, would not leave my side, would not go in the house until I went in the house, unless I told him to, but I let him enjoy the fruits of his labor. I told him, good job, good boy, you know what I'm saying? So that cat just looked at us like, thank God. Like, the cat was shook at first. But once I checked on it, I patted it, made sure it was all right. The cat just walked off. Now, when I came out the door, the coyote had this cat pinned down with his paws, with his claws, and his fangs, his teeth out, ready to eat this thing. Forget about it. This thing was done. See you later. Done. This coyote was about to eat this fucking cat. And my dog Cash saved this cat's life. So don't judge a pit bull by its cover, right? Because he gets along great with people, great with other animals. But when he seen this coyote killing this cat, trying to eat this cat, he was on go. Once I let him go, he was on go. He was on that coyote's ass. I'm like, Cash, I did the whistle. He came right back. He came right back. I told him, good job, good boy. I rewarded him. I brought him back in the crib. I gave him a treat. I patted him. You know what I'm saying? Good boy, good boy. You know what I mean? Stroked his ego a little bit. Good job, good job. He was all hyped up. He was happy as fuck. You know what I mean? He's wagging his tail and shit. He was all excited because he felt like he did a good job. And he was proud that I was proud of him for doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? But to anybody in the neighborhood that's watching, don't leave your cats outside at night. Whoever's cat that was, your cat almost died last night. If it wasn't for me letting my dog out, and if it wasn't for my dog doing what he did, your cat would be gone. There'd be nothing left. You think your cat ran away. That coyote was gonna drag him into the den and share him with the other coyotes. He was gonna eat him. He had his claws out, paws out, and jaws out. He's ready to eat that motherfucking cat. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching this and you live in the neighborhood, right? And you own a little orange cat, do better. If you knew better, you do better. Public service announcement. Let your fucking cats in at night. Because the coyotes are out here and it's on site. And I ain't always gonna be around to let Cash go out and handle that shit. So get on your game. Be a responsible owner. Cause I'm not a hero. My dog is. I just happen to hear it, open the door, we happen to see it, and we were able to take care of it. Thank God for that. Thank Cash for that. And thank me for listening, hearing, observing, and letting my dog do what he did. Now, never judge a book by its cover. Every one of my pit bulls are big babies. They're great dogs. But if it comes time to protect their home and their person, believe they're going to do that every time. Every time. So, that's that. Beautiful little French bulldog right there. Last time I was live, one of the times, like 2, 3 times ago when I was live one day, they walked by. Beautiful girl, beautiful dog. How you doing? I'm good, thank you. It's the bed. It's the bed. Have a good day. Beautiful dog. Can't see the pup. There's the pup. But yeah, I just wanted to share that story, right? My pit bull saved the cat's life last night from a coyote. My dog saved the cat's life. I heard what was going on. I already peeped game. I saw what was going on. Greg, salute. Hit the like. I seen what was going on. I heard what was going on. My antennas was already up because I already seen the coyote run by while I was doing the podcast. So I was already on guard. I was already alert. I was already thinking, this motherfucker ain't gonna leave until he catches a rabbit or a cat or pull something out the hat. You feel me? So we had to meet Cash. Cashmere, aka Cash is King, Johnny Cash, Cash is Clay. Knock a motherfucker out on an average day. So I'm just here to say, keep an eye on your animals. Let your cats in at night. If not, they're gonna become a coyote snack. And you don't want that. And I don't want that. and I ain't always gotta be there to play hero. And if I didn't know what my dog was capable of, and he wasn't so well trained and well raised and listened so well, I might not even put him in that position. But because I know me and I know my dog, I knew what would happen. I know how it would take place and transpire. I know what my dog's capable of, and I know he'll listen to me. So I was able to save your cat's ass, but you could thank Cash for that. Moving on. That's all I really wanted to come here and talk about. Again, I do this for free. I do this because I like to do it. This is what I like to do. I'm a rapper turned podcaster slash actor. I'm about to be in my first movie. It's called Blue Eyes. Make sure you look out for that. Right? So I just want to come in here and talk my shit. Again, I'm not monetized. I do not get paid to do this YouTube shit. I do not get super chats. I do not get donations. So if you would like to donate to me or the page, do so through Cash App, $ Blue Eyes Ronnie. Pebbles, please drop the Cash App in the chat for anybody that would like to contribute. I appreciate that. So it's been a while since I've been live. I went live the other night talking about the movie a little bit, the script, the update. They updated the script. Um, we went from making a movie to a short film. Now it's gonna be a short film, right? So a few minor adjustments, which I'll touch on. So a few of the castmates that are gonna be in the movie Blue Eyes, they worked on the set of The Walking Dead. If you check out the last live I did, we in the hood, the ice cream truck's coming. You hear it? I hear it. The ice cream truck's coming. So let me just touch on the last live I did. They updated the script. They changed the script like 3, 4 times by now. This is the final script. It went from being a movie to a short film, so we could put it in the Boston Film Festival and do some shit like that. And from there, we're gonna make it into a full length movie. But for now, we're shooting a short film so we could submit it to the festival, right? The film festival in Boston. So look out for that, right? Check out the last live I did. I had some people that were were in The Walking Dead. They were in the St. Patrick's Day parade with me. Shout out to the Wahlberg. Shout out to the Boston Celtics. Shout out to Bob Wahlberg. Shout out to Donnie. Shout out to Mock. Shout out to Jalen Brown. All the guys I was with had a great day. Shout out to the 2 cast members from The Walking Dead that are gonna be in the movie Blue Eyes. Shout out to Danger Dog Productions, Zane. Shout out to Davy Boy. We got big things coming your way. So the movie is still taking place. We'll be shooting the whole month of June. We'll be mixing and mastering that shit during the month of May. And it should be coming out shortly, very, very shortly after May. So look out for the movie Blue Eyes. Look out for your guy. I ain't trying to catch main character syndrome or nothing like that, but I do have the main role. I am playing Blue Eyes in the movie, and it is based around my character. My character, it's about cops and criminals. My character is basically a dude that grew up on the streets, right? He joined the police and he takes down crooked cops. It's all about cops and criminals, right? So basically, I'm a streetwise cop that grew up in the hood. I joined the police force. I do the SWAT. I got my own unit, and I'm taking down dirty cops on some internal affairs. But I got my own SWAT team type shit. So my character, Blue Eyes, is basically a streetwise individual that grew up in the hood, grew up in the projects, just like I did. But I'm doing the complete opposite. In my past, I was a criminal. In the movie, I'm playing a cop. So it's really gonna test my abilities. I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone and trying something different, trying something new, and I will be portraying a cop on screen. Shout out to Matt Damon, shout out to Mark Wahlberg, shout out to Ben Affleck, everybody that's backing me on this play. I appreciate the support. Big salutes to you. Boston in the building, Massachusetts, stand up. It's a New England thing, kid. You know, if you know, you know. But yeah, I appreciate everybody watching this live. I just wanted to talk about what happened last night. I thought it was crazy that I literally saved a cat's life thanks to my dog Cash. Thanks to his great training, he's raised very well. He's a very well-behaved dog, but he's on go. He listens. He ain't slow. He's fast as fuck. And that cat would have been fucked if it wasn't for Cash. Facts. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know where it's at. It's your guy, Blue Eyes. Stay strong, stay smart, stay solid, stay sharp. S Squad in the building. Peace.